See me, but I've learned that's a bad idea to do in scenes.
Yes. Hello, good evening. Welcome to another episode of Nightfall in Amsterdam. Uh, this evening, Aaron and Veronica are having a super top secret meeting at the dunes that they were going to check out when they were previously looking for a sept. But they figure no one's here, so good place for a conversation. And Air is going to be kind of sitting on the dunes waiting for Veronica.
Veronica shows up with the dunes. What Eric can kind of see, aside from the normal stoic look, she could tell that the normal cocky grin that's on her face is nowhere to be seen. It's just a really serious, straight to business look. When she meets up.
Air kind of looks up at her from her seat in the on the sandy dunes. Well, you want to move somewhere else, or you want to take a seat?
I'll take a seat, but she sits down, looks around me, confirming nobody's
I've been the only
nearby.
one here for a while.
Well, I want to be sure, since I came the other direction. But yeah, my rank challenge, a lot of serious details, and I don't want this to be known by everybody, but we could have some problems later on, possibly.
Boy.
So, the rank challenge, was that I told you I had to go find the mage draining Karens and summoning spirits to do their own things. And
yeah.
Some of the things I found out is they usually do so to gain power, get more power of some sort.
Right.
However, when I directly asked mages for more details through this by double speaking, they were very reluctant to tell me information, so that it was rather vague, obviously. It's just like if I wouldn't tell them directly anything about us. When I went
they were
there,
friendly, just not willing to share.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when I went to do my rank challenge, which was at a certain building, out of game, I'll have to ask the name of it again. I can get the location from John. What made it rather peculiar was I ended up getting a gift. I have a gift from my Shadow Lord tribe that Bat teaches that allows us to send supernatural presence, and if they are tainted by worm or anything like that, nothing came up.
Right.
From these mages. And then the other weird thing was, even though there was no cameras or anything, there was a guard that I couldn't tell if it was an illusion or somebody they did something to, but he wasn't he didn't even notice me. He barely registered out of game. Bless you.
Thank you.
He barely registered anything. I was able to get upstairs with no problems. When I got there were 3 mages.
Okay.
It looked like they were summoning something. And unfortunately, with that, the door was locked. I had to open that quietly.
Quietly?
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to get their attention to fight 3 mages.
You know how you can do that quietly, right? There's a gift for that.
Unfortunately, the gift to unlock that door, I don't have the Ragabash gift, and Jam Technology, it was proving to be a bit more complicated. I was able to open it with the sword that Odin gave.
Okay.
It wasn't any extra gift he put on here, I promise.
Well, I mean, the sword isn't technically used for breaking and entering, but it works as a tool. You work with what you got, right?
Yeah. So, anyway, when I got in there, they appeared one of the conversations I was hearing is what is going on in there, as they appear to be summoning something.
Okay.
At this point, most people don't know about it. I did make the conscious decision that I need to end their life, just because I was not going to deal with a threat.
Okay.
Which, aside from they were easy to take out, I found out they opened a portal and Gunnar came out with Miranda.
Okay.
And looked like there was a pile of undead. My guess was the Badlands. He wanted an explanation what I was doing there. I didn't tell him what, but I said Garu business. He did not appear. He was civil with me, but he was not very happy about this. Because what I learned is these were people that he brought in. So they were doing something for him, and he needed to replace them. He won't use that building anymore. And because I don't know what's going on or certain things, he needed 3 replacing mages that are not part of religious fractions. I told him I will keep an eye out, but she can tell with Era's known Veronica long enough that most of this info is being told, as well as it's like Gunnar's not fully that she's trying her best, she's doing her best to make sure it's understood, and she's like, all right, I have nothing against your uncle because he has helped us, but some of this is getting to the point where if he's not careful, he's gonna draw attention, and I'm not sure if this is just about his brother or something else.
It could be a number of things.
Yeah. Miranda was with them, and that's the other thing. Those are the only 2 witnesses to what I did.
Okay.
Miranda did not appear happy because Gunnar was the one that suggested, because I was going to bring a staff as evidence of my deeds, to decapitating one of them. While they did Miranda wanted to do something to honor the dead.
Well.
And we already had the thing with the shipyard, where he went and made those deals with people that wanted to do Nordic history.
Yeah.
And that troll, so
there's all kinds of things going on here. Not to mention our adventure at Fairyland too.
Yeah, with the angels. Then I mentioned this to my pack and a few others, but Samantha's going over there's some fraction that's hunting supernatural creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to be a lot going on at this moment, where I think more of our kind are going to be butting heads with one another.
Yes, I agree.
I don't know what Gunnar's up to, but so far with me and you, he has been respectful.
Gunnar has always been respectful to me, though we may not always see eye to eye.
Which, that's the thing that could cause a problem later on. And I don't believe the tribe members that are running the sept at the moment will share your opinion about him.
I agree, they will not.
Riddling Water, your difference was he was able to get on sept, so people didn't question him too much. This case, however, they may look at it because the sept belts of the worm. They might question why he was able to walk on.
Yep. I don't think he is even thinking about going there.
I don't blame him.
He has no reason.
This is not something I have not told even my pack members about this
Okay.
detail. I'm not even sure if I should or not, just because some of them don't appear to like the idea of a vampire.
I mean, they know you completed your rank challenge, and if they haven't asked details, then
They have not, but nobody knows the details about Gunnar. They just know about the slaying of the three mages.
Yeah, probably best to leave that little detail out. You don't have to, of course. That's entirely up to you.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm leaving that detail out, because then there will be questions why a vampire and another mage was allowed to live.
it's true.
Plus, I'd rather not have an ancient vampire angry at me and giving me a hard time about something. I'd rather pick my battles with.
Yeah, you can hold grudges for a while. She laughs a little bit at her own stupid joke.
I would imagine his grudges is more like towards the descendants, possibly.
I would imagine so. You know?
There is that Silver Fang sept that we do need to look into the connection with that and the angels, because not really too happy that they came in. Nobody really knew about them. It was just abrupt.
One thing I can tell you that I got from our conversation together was that his family's roots run deep here, apparently. As do mine. So I have a feeling somewhere along the line, our ancestors might have crossed paths.
I have a feeling of that. Has Bosco told you anything about?
No, he was with me. I wound up going back by myself.
Would you say your interactions, how they interacted with you, was neutral or polite or unwelcoming?
They were kind of neutral. Neutral but polite? Is that a thing?
That is the thing.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's troubling, all of it. And Gunnar wants you to keep an eye out for three mages of a non-religious affiliation.
I think he wants something that's not noticeable. That isn't going to draw attention as. But knowing him, he may not like religious affiliations because of some of the wars that happened in the past is due to religion.
Yeah. Could be. I can't even tell the whole story about how I slew my troll if it makes you feel any better.
How did you? Oh, that one, yeah. What did you do with his hide when you brought him back?
Look what I found. don't think he was expecting the whole troll.
I don't think anybody was expecting a troll. I mean, you weren't necessarily going to the mines of Moria.
A troll that dwelt under a bridge. By water is close enough.
You threw 3 goats at him, and the third one knocked him off, and you slayed him.
I'm working on getting them masked. To fix the ship.
The other thing you'll need to work on also is helping Hef with his project.
Oh yes, I'm so excited for that. Can you just
That is a good
imagine this
idea.
big giant, basically giant crossbow?
To take down dragons.
Yes. Yes.
I think the other thing we'll need is to find ways to restrict Nihog's flying. Do you believe some of the spirits that being afraid of him devouring him would not mind being in a Talon?
I had contemplated seeing if I could bargain for one more giant tree trunk from the forest.
Now, is Nihog considered, because he's multiple things, he's not word, but he's also wild.
He's wild, but
Does
he
that,
is devouring things.
he's just wild?
Yes.
So, Bane arrows out of the question. But I'm wondering if there's a way we can make those where it can hit their target specifically with any spirit.
Hmm.
I mean, your idea is good, but I believe we need to have our bases covered.
Oh,
He
absolutely. Yeah.
he can fly.
Yeah.
What if we did something with the weather while we used your giant arrow?
Ooh.
It won't matter if it's a snowstorm, thunder and rainstorm, or windy. Just if he has a hard time flying,
It's true. But if he has a hard time flying, we might have a hard time hitting.
we can time it. Probably. Do you think we could time it?
I think we could. We'd have to figure out a way to practice.
All right. Guess that gives us some homework to do.
It does. It does. I am excited to try this. And sorry I left you out of it for so long. I was trying to figure out how to fucking sort it out and I just couldn't do it. I needed more brains than my own.
Well, I mean, this is a serious project.
Yes, yes, it is. And it's been waiting too long, as of other things.
Maybe I could find some Galliard tales. We don't have too many Silver Fangs or Octena, but they had to deal with some giant beasts to fight. There's the Wendigo on the set, maybe.
Maybe. Find out.
That's a good idea. I'll let you know what he tells me.
I'll have to do some research on dragons and Nidhogg. If he's supposed to bring darkness, perhaps something that emits light.
Bosco might know something. Not sure how the Silverfangs do it, but they seems like with this new care and some of the other things that they're affiliated with light.
Yeah. Eric kind of raises an eyebrow there. I'm not too sure about him myself yet. They seem to have typical motives, but at the same time, not.
Well, each tribe has like different teachings and different spirits that they make agreements with.
Yep.
So the Silverfangs might have different spirits that make agreements than yours or mine.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know the natures of them. Most of the stuff from my tribe is either from the very natures of Grandfather Thunder himself or from the darkness.
It was a silver fang that killed my ancestor.
I wonder maybe
The
what
one that
the
wrote the letter to
letter.
Bosco.
Wonder if maybe we can talk to him. Wonder if it's a good idea to summon him and talk to him. I'm sure he won't be happy, but it's
The silver fang?
with details on binding Nahag.
Mm.
He had to somehow get in that spear.
Yeah.
So he,
It can absorb a spirit into it, but it has to be the final has to be the killing strike.
all right. I could see why this is a lot of research.
Mm-hmm.
Gabe, did you want to continue with the scene, or
Um, here's just like, we'll sort this out and we'll have to get with Hef and others and sort some stuff out. But yeah, we'll get stuff taken care of. Just keep if you need anything entailing the gunner thing, hit me up.
I will. Like I said, I didn't tell anyone else about this.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even tell Marcus Steele.
Oh, fuck Marcus Steele. Air shakes her head. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Anyway, yeah. You know where to find me. I have some stuff left to do tonight.
All right.
I'm sure you do too with a new baby.
Yes.
Maybe I'll follow you home
All right.
and hang out with the baby. If you don't mind.
I do not mind.
All right.
You're her godmother.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a good place to end it.
Yep.
All right. Well, this has been another quickie scene for Nightfall in Amsterdam here with Veronica and Air sharing some things, learning some things. Thank you, players, for playing, watchers for watching.